Hi, I'm Dr. Bo.
I'm Dr. Dan.
And we are Two Fit Doctors.
In this video, I'm going to tell you how I went from this in my 40s to this at 55. I'm going to share with you the best way to get in shape fast. Whether you're a complete beginner, coming back from an injury, or just tired of the low energy dad bod, this video will show you exactly what you need to know to get started and how to make your program as effective as possible. Two Fit Doctors is devoted to helping men in their 50s get back in shape and start living their best life now. I've done this and honestly, I feel great. But I wasn't always in this great of shape. The program I'm laying out for you today took me from that to where I'm at now at 55 years old. Today, I'm more mentally alert and in better shape now than I've ever been in my life. The videos on our channel will give you all the details you need to do the same. So how fast is fast? If you're like most people who are completely out of shape, this means 10 to 12 weeks minimum. If you do it wrong or miss steps, that can take a lot longer. If you skip steps, didn't plan properly, or just didn't know what to do, you can waste an awful lot of time, money, and energy getting nowhere. This video will give you a great basic layout of exactly what you need. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I'm also going to share with you a secret. If you do this one thing, it will practically guarantee your success no matter what program you do. As we've previously mentioned earlier, your program must include 5 essential components. Essential number 1, resistance training. This is lifting weights. If you want to get in the best shape ever and do it quickly, your program must include lifting weights. Of all the essential elements that we discuss, weightlifting is the backbone, most important. The reason for this is because it's the only thing that you can do that will increase or stimulate your lean body mass. If you do a program that has very little or no resistance training, your results will be temporary, if at all. I know a lot of people who had good success with a diet plan, but they didn't lift any weights and pretty much stalled after a 20-pound weight loss. After their diet, they often gain back every pound, and they've had trouble getting it back off ever since. Watch people who do crazy amounts of cardio in the gym, but their body never changes. The main reason for this is because they probably haven't changed their nutrition, but also because they never stimulated their muscular system with resistance training. You've also seen people who have had some success when combining an effective weight loss program and cardiovascular training. They lost weight and got smaller. However, because they didn't include any weightlifting, their muscular tone never changed, and they still look like a chubby person, just a smaller one. So if you want to get in shape fast, it makes sense to increase your metabolism. Your metabolism lives in your muscle. So if you want to increase your metabolism, it also makes sense to increase your muscular development. Strength training is the only thing that will do that. Cardiovascular training alone will not do that. So if you want to get in the best shape possible, fast, resistance training is an absolute must. Essential number 2, cardiovascular training. Cardiovascular training will not only keep your heart healthy, but if it's done at a certain rate, it also helps burn body fat. For cardiovascular training to be effective, it must be done in a sustained manner. For your heart to get exercise and speed the body up fast enough to burn body fat, its rate must be raised and kept there for a period of time. This is your target heart rate zone. Depending on how good a shape that you're in, the general consensus for target heart rate zone is about 20 minutes. For most people, it takes about 20 minutes of sustained activity to get the heart into its target zone. If you're in really good shape, it can take less than this. I run into a lot of people who work labor-intensive jobs and they think that their work would count as cardio. While I'm sure there are some exceptions, most of the time this is not the case. Even though labor-intensive jobs may burn a lot of calories, rarely does the activity keep the heart rate sustained long enough for it to count as effective exercise. So if it takes 20 minutes to even get into the fat burning zone, cardio under 30 minutes is a waste of time. For fat loss, I prefer steady state cardio rather than high intensity. In upcoming videos, I'll explain why. Here's an important training tip. I like to measure my cardio in amounts of total hours performed during a week. I found that for fat loss, if you're doing less than 4 hours of cardio a week, you're going to be frustrated. If fat loss is your goal, A minimum of 4 hours of cardio a week is your starting place. Pushing beyond 4 hours a week is when you start discovering your potential. Set goals for yourself and add time over periods of weeks. If your eating is random, your success on an exercise program will be shoddy at best. Lifting weights several times plus 4 or more hours of cardio a week is a lot of output on the body, so your nutrition will be important for fuel and recovery. For the best digestion and performance, divide your eating into 4 or 5 small meals at regular intervals through the day. If fat loss is your goal, stack your calories so the majority of them are in the first half of your day. If you eat 4 meals a day, put starchy carbs in the first 2 and fibrous or vegetable carbs in the last 2. If you want to learn more about this, shoot us a comment below and we'll be happy to give you more specific details to help you dial in your own performance nutrition plan. Essential number 4, make a plan and follow it. Even though this is listed as number 4 on the list, it should be number 1. If you want the best chance of success, make a plan of what you want to happen, write it down, and then try to follow it. Figure out what you want to do ahead of time. Don't just show up at the gym on Monday morning and try to wing it. The more serious you are about your preparation ahead of time, the more serious you will take your program and ensure success. Most people can significantly change their body if they have the right plan and worked hard enough in a 10 to 12 week period. Look at the yearly calendar and plan several 3-month blocks of training. After you've decided on a weightlifting, cardio program, and nutrition plan, write it all down. There's something psychologically binding when we write down plans and goals of what we want to happen before we try to accomplish them. It's also helpful to keep a journal or a calendar where you can track your cardio hours with the rest of your program or cross off completed days, etc. Essential number 5. Partnering up. Check out our links below for more videos that will help with your coaching. Finally, if it's been a long time since you've done any training or dieting, I would caution you about going Rambo. Push yourself as hard as you can to reach your goals. However, recall your program is a marathon, not a sprint. We are fans of gradual incremental improvement. Nothing we say here is meant as medical advice. We have no knowledge of your previous medical history or your current condition. It's always a good idea to consult with your family physician before starting a program. So as a quick synopsis, your program must have 5 essential components. 1, resistance training. 2, cardiovascular training. 3, precision nutrition. 4, getting a partner. And 5, making a plan. If you miss any one of these steps, your body will become very difficult to change. But if you do all of them at the same time, this is how you get in the best shape of your life fast. Previously I mentioned there was a secret key that if you can do this one thing, it will greatly enhance your chances of success. That key is the number 21. It's taken from the 21/90 rule, which states if you can commit to a personal or professional goal for 21 days in a row, your chances of reaching 90 days are extremely high. Once you've planned your program and launched it, day 21 is your first goalpost. If you can make it 21 days without stopping, things will get considerably easier. This is because it takes 21 days for the brain and body to establish something as a habit, and many of the tasks that were troublesome at first will have become automatic. After this point, it's much easier to stay on your program. The number is 21. In closing, if you have any questions about training or any of the material on this video, drop us a comment below. We respond to all comments. If you found this information to be of value, give us a like and hit the subscribe button below. Look out for more videos coming weekly on how you can train, grow, and thrive at any age. Thanks for checking out 2 Fit Doctors.